Hey yo, what's good world? SOS Wrestle Talk back at y'all once again for another New Japan Pro Wrestling pay-per-view results, kind of news break, happenings, recap, whatever you want to call it. This is what this is. If this is your first time checking us out, thank you for checking us out. Hit that subscribe button while you at it. Hit the like button while you're at it, and go ahead and share if you want to. That's fine. Comment down below too if this is your first time checking us out, and tell us how you found us if that's the case. So, I am the Pro Wrestle Fly God. I am Stardust Yaku, Bluntcianito. I'm a man that has very many names, many monikers, but at the end of the day, I'm here to come to you with New Japan Pro Wrestling New Beginnings. So today, this morning, we had New Japan New Beginnings in Osaka. Took place in the Osaka Prefectural Gymnasium. This is actually the 41st event under that name. So shout out to New Japan Pro Wrestling for go ahead and continuing the New Beginning Tour. It's such an appropriate name for after you wrap up things from Wrestle Kingdom. So I always thought that was a great name. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the matches. This is the undercard right here. So the first match we had on the undercard, we had Jeff Cobb, Akira Francesco representing the United Empire, getting the victory over Desperado and Katsuya Murashima. They got the victory in a little under 9 minutes right here. You kind of figured that's what's going to happen. That was the pre-show match. So then moving on, a match that I wasn't aware that was happening until this morning. We had Hiroshi Tanahashi taking on and getting the victory over Togi Makabe in his retirement tour. He got that victory in a little under 9.5 minutes. So shout out to Tanahashi racking up victories right here as he's progressing in his retirement tour. So match number 3 on this card, we had, wow, in a singles match. This is a shocking result to me, and I'm sure it's a shocking result to everybody. And when you saw it, you're probably like, geez, man, maybe some things are about to happen here. We get Drilla Moloney taking on and defeating Shingo Takagi. He pinned him in about 10.5 or a little over 10.5 minutes, almost like 11 minutes right here. This was good. Drilla Moloney is a fucking fantastic wrestler. And we all know Shingo Takagi's god level of a wrestler. So this was good. I enjoyed this match very much so. Next, we had, in a hair versus hair match, we had the Great Okan taking on and getting the victory over Shota Umino. He got the victory around like 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes, I want to say. It was a little over 9.5 minutes. This has got to be embarrassing for Shota Umino right now. Not only do you lose the main event at Wrestle Kingdom, you lose your shot to have the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship around your waist. Now you got to shave your head, and that's just so awful for him, man. He can only go up from here. So let's hope that's what happened, and let's hope that's what takes place for young Shota Umino right here. Next, we had a special singles match. This was actually a grudge match, if you ask me. We had the former leader of Just Five Guys, that being the Cold Skull himself, Cold-Hearted SANADA, taking on and getting the victory over Taichi right here. He got the victory here over 8.5 minutes. I like SANADA's entrance gear. It was colorful. I liked it a lot, actually. It's very different from anything he's ever done. This match was fine. I thought it was decent. I maybe was expecting a little more, but hey, it's just me. I mean, if you thought this match was the best match on the card, that's totally up to you, and I'm not going to hate you for thinking that. But I'm just saying, that's just me. Maybe I was expecting a little more, but that is what that is. So now, we get to our first title match of the show. We have for the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles, we have the champions, Robbie Eagles and Kosei Fujita, getting the victory over Yo and Rocky Romero this morning. They got the victory about 11.5 minutes right here. They got the victory following the abandoned hope. So post-match, we get Taiji Ishimori coming out and saying that he and his partners of last year's Super Junior Tag League, which is Robbie X, will be challenging for those Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles here soon in the very near future. So that's something for us to go ahead and keep our eyes on right here. So we rolled in next to our next title match of the show, which next, how many times I'm going to say next back to back. We had Konosuke Takeshita successfully defending his never openweight championship against Boltin Oleg. He was making his third defense right here. He attempted to make his third defense right here. So he got the victory with the Rage and Fire in about 21 minutes, almost 22 minutes right here. This match was very good. If you haven't watched this show yet and you're trying to go ahead and seek things out, I would definitely start at this point right here. If you didn't maybe want to get into the junior heavyweight action, this is a good starting point. If you're just looking for a banger of a match, and that's exactly what that was. So then we get post-match. Roye Oya, he comes into the ring. He's going to step up and he's going to challenge Konosuke Takeshita for this never openweight championship. And pretty much whichever guy from the New Japan roster is able to wrest that title away from him, it's going to be a huge deal. So shout out to Konosuke Takeshita, doing much better things over here in New Japan than he is in AEW, but that's just my opinion. And we move on to the next match on the card. So the next match on the card, we have for the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team titles, we had the team, one of my favorite tag teams, y'all know this, the World Tag League winners of last year, Los Ingobernables de Japón's Tetsuya Naito, Hiromu Takahashi. They got the victories over the AEW EVPs, Matthew and Nicholas Jackson. They got the victory after Naito was able to pin Nicholas with a Destino following a spike DDT from him. It was kind of like it was a duel. It was a very cool move. I definitely recommend you checking it out. So we have new tag team champions. We have the master and we have the student being tag team champions. Shout out to Hiromu. Shout out to Tetsuya Naito. I'm glad they're actually doing something, both of these guys. And you kind of foresaw that coming with these guys being the tag team champions. But you just never know until it's set in stone. It's pretty much like when a wrestler's like, hey, they said I'm going to win the belt. We don't believe it till it actually happens. So that's just my way that I think about that. Then we had our penultimate match of the show for the IWGP Global Heavyweight Championship. After an intense back and forth, we had the match between Yota Tsuji, who was the champion, and the challenger, Gabe Kidd, in the semi-main event today. It went to a double KO because it was a Gene Blaster from Tsuji in around 21 and a half minutes, right after we get the House of Torture coming in the ring and attacking both of these guys. So after being gone since, I believe, January 11th, Evil made his return to New Japan. Like I said, he laid out Tsuji, hit him with Everything is Evil. Then Ren Narita took out Gabe Kidd with a push-up bar. Evil got on the mic. He addressed the crowd. He said, tell Finley, he addressed Gabe Kidd. He said, pieces of crap like you are in my way. From now on, you tell this to David Finlay. The War Dogs are expelled from Bullet Club. So it looks like what we're going to get here is a Bullet Club Civil War. And that's something that people have been clamoring for a very, very long time. And it looks like we're finally getting it in the form of the War Dogs versus the House of Torture. So what's actually crazy is there's really nobody in that I think maybe Chase Owens, that actually operates under the traditional branch of Bullet Club. Everybody else is in the subgroup. So I think that's kind of odd. And maybe we're getting the dissolving of Bullet Club as a whole. So maybe that's what we're going to get here. And I don't know. I'll be kind of sad to see it go. I mean, it's been a 10-year in pro wrestling for a long, long time. But hey, all good things must come to an end. And this might be the time that Bullet Club is actually coming to an end. And so in the main event of this morning's show for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, I hope y'all people believe in miracles, because if y'all don't, damn it, Hirooki Goto got it done. He is the new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion. He got the victory over Zack Sabre Jr. with the GTR Kai in about a little over 20 minutes right here. And it's a spectacular match, spectacular moment, man. Hirooki Goto's been putting in all the hard work, and he deserves this moment. This man was 17 years, after 17 years, attempting to beat IWGP Champion, Heavyweight Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, whichever may have you. 0-7 in title challenges. Now he's actually 1-8. So it's just like, hey, man, at least you got one on the side of the board. That's all it takes is one, baby. And, you know, especially off coming like the heels of an event like the Super Bowl, when you see teams and players who've yet to push through and win that, it's good to see Goto finally get the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. And it looks like we're going to have a match immediately here very soon against Yuji Nagata. It looks like he's going to be his first challenger. I'm okay with that. So I'm totally fine with Yuji Nagata, a former heralded IWGP Heavyweight Champion in his own right, coming up and taking a swing at Goto, who's the new champ. So the IWGP World Heavyweight title picture is actually pretty interesting. There's not really a whole lot of people who are quote-unquote mainstays. It's pretty much, if you're floating around an area, you can get pretty much thrust into that picture pretty quickly, and I don't have a problem with that. It keeps everything open for more challengers. So, hell, Zack Sabre Jr. was a great champion, in my opinion. Was happy to see him get the belt when he took it off Tetsuya Naito. And I'm happy to see Goto get the belt right here, too, man. So, the question will be, how long will he have it for? I guess only time will tell. Yeah, I enjoyed the show immensely, man. I think I recommend the show for you guys who have not checked it out. I actually even got up before work early, many hours to watch the show, so your boy is dragging. But yeah, that was my New Japan Pro Wrestling new beginning in Osaka. I believe New Japan is going to take a couple weeks off, maybe like a week or two, and then I think they'll be back here in, I want to say around the last week of February. I think they're going to kick off the Fantastica Mania Tour, so you know where to check out to find stuff out about that. So, like I said, I'm the Pro Wrestling Fly God. I am Stardust Yaku, Balencia Naito, El Toro Negro, the human LIJ Cap, also one half of the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions now, apparently. We are SOS Wrestle Talk. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Price of subscription, free $99. It won't cost you a damn thing. Like I said, I'm signing up out of here. Till I talk to you good people next time, take care. Peace.